According to a report, there were substantial irregularities during Sam's hiring process, and Sam's gender identity may have taken precedence over actual qualifications. Either way, it looks like Sam's not only unqualified, he might also be a criminal. Brinton was allegedly charged with felony theft last month. Biden's nuclear energy expert apparently stole a woman's luggage at the Minneapolis-St. Paul airport on September 16th.
So this story is absolutely awesome. It is so great. It is everything I hoped it would be. It is anything I could have ever have asked for. Because who didn't see this coming? Who didn't see that this hire was not just a crazy person, a virtue signal diversity hire that was going to go horrifically, terribly wrong? And I'm talking about this guy right there. That guy. Joe Biden's non-binary nuclear official. And this guy, oh man, see, this guy is charged with stealing women's luggage at the airport. Now, I know what you're thinking. It could be like, oh, maybe he grabbed the wrong bag. Which, people do that a lot. You have the same bag as somebody else. Neither one of you put like a bandana or something on it to mark it or something. You end up grabbing the wrong person's bag. It's an honest mistake. Now, what makes it not an honest mistake is that, Buddy didn't bring a bag with him at all. So he got on a plane with no bag, went to the carousel, grabbed a bag, and then checked it on his next 2 or 3 flights. Oh, God.
But we thought Sam Brinton might be an exception. Sam, an MIT grad and an expert, quote unquote, in nuclear energy, started back in June as a deputy assistant secretary in the Department of Energy. But we quickly discovered that Sam, who goes by the they-them pronouns, might not be the right person for the job. According to a report, there were substantial irregularities during Sam's hiring process, and Sam's gender identity may have taken precedence over actual qualifications. Maybe they were impressed by Sam's lectures on kink, or their interest in pup play, whatever that is. We have not independently confirmed this. We really hope Sam is not the same guy who Biden hired. We hope we're wrong. We hope it's a different guy with the same first, middle, and last name. Now, if Sam did do this, that would make this the third transgender U.S. official to have been charged with a crime this year.
But of course it happened in Minneapolis because everyone knows about that whole defund the police thing that was going on in Minneapolis. Maybe if you had more cops, this would never have happened. But, so Sam Brinton, 34 years old, is charged with theft. And, we all know how Joe Biden feels about, the alphabet people. I mean, he's been so open. He's been so open about interviewing these people, and, he gives them the opportunity for their voices to be heard.
To ban gender-affirming health care.
I don't think any state or anybody should have the right to do that. As a moral question and as a legal question. I just think it's wrong.
Do you think states should have a right to ban gender-affirming health care?
I don't think any state or anybody should have the right to do that. As a moral question and as a legal question. I just think it's wrong.
I do wonder to this day if Joe Biden actually, went for the hug and the sniff to see if there was some pheromones that come off of a transgender woman and not a biological woman. I wonder if he's finding a new lane to get into. But I mean, we talked about who could have saw this coming. It's not like this Sam guy who is completely bald, doesn't have alopecia though. Shout out to Jada Pinkett Smith. Simply chooses to be bald because it's part of their gender expression or whatever, being bald, wearing dresses with red lipstick all the time. But who could have thought that somebody who did stuff like this would do something crazy like not bring luggage and then steal someone else's luggage?
Chose this former nominee for other reasons. Maybe they were impressed by Sam's lectures on kink, or their interest in pup play, whatever that is.
I would definitely set those clothes on fire, madam, whatever your name is, who had their clothes stolen from them. Set it on fire immediately. Don't put them back on, because you just know, especially the underwear. Oh, God. Oh, just as hairy. Oh, just sitting there in your. Oh. Just burn them. Burn all the clothes. Just burn them all. Oh my God. Could you imagine being that woman? Could you imagine being that poor woman who just wanted to go to Minneapolis for whatever reason? She had to have lived there already. There's no way you were vacationing in Minneapolis. If you're vacationing in Minneapolis, what is wrong with you? Why? What is there to do in Minneapolis in November? You watching a Vikings game? That's it. That's the only thing there is to do. You're not going to go watch the Minnesota Wild play hockey. That's ridiculous. So you must have been going home, which in that case, move. Because the police, despite all the cameras and despite all these TSA agents, they're going to... She had to put that bag... Like, she carried the bag with her. Put it down. Stood at the carousel and watched some guy take it. And then this guy had to go through how many other security checks. And this is the other problem with not being able to question these people. When you can't question them and you put the bag through the x-ray and you see this bald guy standing there with lipstick on, and when it goes to the x-ray thing, you see like women's underwear and like all that, and you have to look at that bag and go like, yes, this is normal. I can't question whether or not this person stole this bag. That's a problem. Because if they were allowed to, they probably could have stopped this before old buddy Sam Brinton here even left Minneapolis altogether. But because you can't question why definitely a guy has women's clothes in his bag, I'm waiting for the Sam Brinton, Dylan Mulvaney collab. I don't know if they've done it already. I'm going to look it up. If they have, I'm going to put it in here. If there's nothing in here, that means I couldn't find something or it just doesn't exist. But I am cheering for it. I am here for it. I want to see Sam Brinton and Dylan Mulvaney do a collaboration video about what it's like to day 704 of being a woman, and then they talk about how I accidentally took the wrong bag at the airport, and I checked it and I was like, oh, these look like cute panties. But then I realized, oh my God, I didn't even check a bag because, being a woman and it's that time of the month. Everyone knows about that time of the month. Even we know about that time of the month. And it's just like your brain gets all mushy and it's like the hormones are going so wild. And it's like you just forget that I never even packed a bag to begin with because I was barely going anywhere. It was just a quick little flight. And I just couldn't believe it. I just couldn't believe that. I just couldn't believe that I took the wrong bag and I felt so bad. And then the police came and they kind of assaulted me because everyone knows that women, especially trans women, don't forget the trans women of color have the hardest time with being touched inappropriately because everyone knows that straight men are attracted to women with penises more than they are the women with vaginas because it's just something they're used to because they deal with a penis all the time. And because they deal with a penis all the time, I just had to think about my safety. But anyway, this was fun. This is a fun story. And as more stuff piles in, I hope you guys enjoy all the news. And nothing's going to happen to old Sammy here. He's not going to lose his job as the nuclear waste management person, whatever that job even is. How is this the person that gets hired for that job? What experience do they possibly have? Maybe they have lots of experience, but this is who you want in charge of your whatever. Please like the video and leave your comments in the comment section below and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. This was me talking about Sam Brinton stealing a woman's luggage at the airport completely on purpose because he never packed a bag for himself. See you next time.